It's true. The old calories in, calories out model for weight loss just doesn't work for most women, especially as they age. And the data is clear. Most people regain weight the second they stop those new GLP-1 meds. Plus, who wants to be stuck on a prescription with scary side effects forever? So, how do you finally lose stubborn body fat naturally and keep it off without resorting to expensive drugs? In this video, I'm showing you the exact foods and supplements that trigger your body's own weight loss hormones. Let's get into it. Hi there, I'm Dr. Kate, and my mission is to help you get to the root cause of why your body is holding on to fat, so you can finally feel in control of your health without the need for a lifelong prescription. Most people think weight loss is about willpower, but it's actually about chemistry. Let's start with the hormones that are really running the show. According to a recent survey, about 50% of Americans are trying to lose weight. That's over 165 million people. No wonder weight loss drugs are flying off the shelves. But here's the reality. Fat loss is incredibly difficult for many people, especially women, for reasons that have nothing to do with willpower. Think about it. We are constantly bombarded by cheap, convenient, ultra-processed food-like products. Most of us are addicted to sugar without even realizing it. We're practically marinating in estrogenic chemicals that throw off our hormonal balance, and we're living with constant chronic stress. All of these factors make it harder to achieve and maintain a healthy weight. Science is proving again and again that the old, overly simplistic model of calories in, calories out simply does not work for most women, especially as we age. That's why even the most strict food plans often result in rebound weight gain. Although they are absolutely essential for healthy fat loss, there's more to the story than just workouts and diets. Most of the time, weight loss resistance is rooted in hormonal issues, not a lack of discipline. The way your body carries weight, responds to food, and tolerates exercise is heavily influenced by a hormone symphony. I'm talking about leptin, cortisol, insulin, estrogen, ghrelin, and of course, glucagon-like peptide 1 or GLP-1. These hormones work together to regulate your appetite and your food cravings. If this symphony is out of tune, no amount of trying harder is going to fix it. We have to address the chemistry. So let's talk about the star of the show, GLP-1. You might be wondering why I'm not telling you to go out and grab a prescription for Ozempic if this hormone is so great for weight loss. To explain why I'm not, first, you need to understand what GLP-1 actually is. It's a hormone made right in your gut when you eat. That's right. Food is what stimulates the release of GLP-1 from your intestinal cells. Once it's released, it sends a signal to your pancreas to release insulin, which tells your cells to take in sugar from your blood. This is why these drugs were originally created and are incredibly effective for type 2 diabetes. But for weight loss, GLP-1 does something even more interesting. It improves satiety, that feeling that you've had enough to eat, by signaling specific areas in your brain. It also slows down gastric emptying, which is just a fancy way of saying it keeps food in your stomach longer. This is why you feel full for hours after a small meal. Now, here's the difference between your body's natural GLP-1 and the medication. Drugs like Ozempic are GLP-1 agonists. They don't help your body make more of the hormone, they mimic it. They basically hijack the receptors in your brain and gut, giving you a massive, constant dose of GLP-1 activity. And because they hijack the system rather than supporting it, they come with a heavy price tag. Not just the literal cost, which can be over $1,000 a month, but the physical cost. Since these drugs are intended to be a lifelong commitment, your body can become dependent on them. One study showed that people who stopped the medication gained back most of their weight within just 1 year. Then there are the side effects. Because these drugs slow down your digestion so aggressively, about 50% of people experience significant nausea, bloating, or even vomiting. In more serious cases, we see things like gallbladder attacks or bowel obstructions. Plus, we're seeing data on rapid muscle loss and decreased bone density that should give you pause, especially if you're female. I'm not anti-medication. For some people with type 2 diabetes, these drugs are life-saving. But if you're looking for a way to lose weight without the side effects, the high cost, or the risk of rebound weight gain, you have to look at how to support your body's own production of GLP-1. When you boost your own GLP-1, you're working with your biology, not overriding it. And that is what leads to sustainable fat loss. So how do we actually do it? How do we flip the switch on our own GLP-1? It starts with what's on your plate. One of the quickest ways I've found to balance blood sugar and boost GLP-1 production is by increasing healthy fat intake. I know it seems counterintuitive, but you often need to eat more fat to lose fat. Of course, I'm talking about the anti-inflammatory kind. Think guacamole, extra virgin olive oil, and wild-caught fish, not deep-fried foods or potato chips. Research shows that long-chain fatty acids are incredibly powerful at stimulating the release of GLP-1 from your gut. One study found that adding about 3 ounces of pistachios to a meal significantly increased GLP-1 levels in overweight and pre-diabetic adults. Another study showed that a Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil led to much higher GLP-1 concentrations after every single meal. When you add these healthy fats, you're telling your brain, I'm full, I'm satisfied, and we don't need to store more energy. Next, let's talk about protein. Just like healthy fats, high-quality protein stimulates GLP-1 much better than carbohydrates do. Eggs are one of my favorite tools here. They are packed with healthy fats, high-quality protein, and a unique nutrient called choline, which is a superstar for blood sugar balance. Plain Greek yogurt is another big winner. Studies have shown it significantly increases your gut's production of GLP-1. If you tolerate dairy, that's an easy win. But it's not just about the macros. Plants contain bioactive compounds called flavonoids that act like a turbo boost for your GLP-1 cells. You've probably heard of curcumin, the active part of turmeric, or the EGCG found in green tea. These are well-known anti-inflammatories, but they are also secret weapons for your metabolism. Now, here's the catch. To get enough of these flavonoids to actually move the needle on your weight, you'd have to eat an impossible amount of turmeric or drink gallons of green tea every day. This is why most of my patients who see real results with these compounds use concentrated extracts. I've got a few favorites, which I'm happy to share via the link in the video description. More on that in a second. Now, let's talk about the natural GLP-1 booster that has been all over the internet lately, Berberine. Berberine is a plant-based phytonutrient that's been used in traditional medicine for centuries, but modern scientific research is finally catching up. It is a powerful tool for something called metabolic syndrome. If you aren't familiar with that term, it's a collection of issues like high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and excess body fat around the waist. Since metabolic syndrome is a precursor for 9 out of the 10 top causes of death in the US, finding safe treatments is a major priority. And it turns out one of the primary ways berberine lowers blood sugar and helps with weight loss is by, you guessed it, boosting your GLP-1. In fact, one meta-analysis showed that taking just 1 gram of concentrated berberine significantly lowered BMI, weight, and fasting glucose. It's so effective that many people are now calling it nature's Ozempic. Now, I get asked all the time exactly how much berberine someone should take and which brand is actually effective. Don't worry about trying to write all of this down right now. I've put the specific dosing protocols and my favorite professional grade brands into a free GLP-1 user guide. You can find the link for that in the description below. But we can't talk about GLP-1 without talking about the place it's actually made, your microbiome. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, and when these friendly bugs are healthy, they produce compounds called short-chain fatty acids, specifically one called butyrate. Butyrate is a signaling molecule that tells your gut cells to release more GLP-1. So, if you want more GLP-1, you need more butyrate-producing bacteria. One of the most important bugs for this is called Akkermansia muciniphila. Akkermansia is a very specific strain that helps strengthen your gut lining and boost your metabolism. In a recent human trial, people who took an Akkermansia probiotic lost an average of 5 pounds and 1 inch off their waist in 3 months, without changing their diet or exercise habits at all. That is the power of the microbiome. Just FYI, the quality of these probiotics matters a lot. You want to make sure you're getting concentrated ingredients that actually reach your gut. I've listed the specific Akkermansia supplement that I recommend to my patients in the user guide so that you know exactly what to look for. The beauty of working with your body this way is that you can stack these strategies. You don't have to pick just one. You can increase your healthy fats, add in some berberine, and support your microbiome all at once to maximize your results. Because these boosters come from nature and food, they're remarkably safe. Unlike the medications, they have a very low incidence of side effects. You aren't hijacking your system, you're nourishing it. However, I have to be honest with you. These are not magic pills. Will they kill your cravings overnight or allow you to lose weight while eating a highly processed, high-sugar diet? No. You can't out-supplement an unhealthy lifestyle. But what they will do is support a healthier body composition at the root cause. When you pair these natural GLP-1 boosters with a personalized diet and consistent movement, you get sustainable weight loss that doesn't disappear the moment you stop a shot. If you feel like you're doing everything right, you're eating well, you're moving your body, but the scale still won't budge, consider that your GLP-1 might need a little natural support. If you're ready to take the guesswork out of this, make sure to download my Natural GLP-1 User Guide. It's got my top 3 recommendations, the exact dosages, and a link to my full script dispensary so you can get the high-quality versions of these supplements that I use in my clinic. And when you log into your full script account, you'll find a nice surprise waiting for you as well. The guide takes all the guesswork out of it so you can just focus on feeling better. Thanks so much for watching. If this was helpful, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into functional health. I'll see you in the next video.